Welcome everyone, it's Reekyracer here with another special transport episode, and as you can see today I'm in the Kenworth W900. I thought I'd actually swap the trucks out just for something different. And we are here at Phoenix Freight and Transport Company to grab our next load. So we'll drive on in it. If we put it into gear, which it's not going to go because it's rolling backwards. So we'll take this load here, which will be this set of tyres for the dump truck. So we'll grab that. And off we go. Oh, and it's raining too, so this is going to be fun. Although it doesn't look like it's a really big trailer, this one. It actually looks like one of the ones you would buy yourself with the rear steer or just the drop axle on the rear. By the look of that, it might actually be a steerable fourth axle as well. As you can see, it's no wider than the truck, so this should not actually be too hard of a load. I will actually turn the GPS on just so we can see. 4 hour 47 for the journey, and it weighs 22 tons, so as you can see it's not a heavy load. Alright, it looks like we've got to go out to our left. So park brake off, throw the flash and lights on, throw the wiper blades on, put it into gear, and off we go. And there you go. Wow, it's not real wide, but it's tall and long. That is a decent sized load, but there you can see there is no steering on that last axle. And yeah, okay, it is fairly wide. Those tyres are fairly big. Strange we've got two smaller tyres on the front here. I don't know what they are. Just going to carry them just for the fun of it. Alright, well, we'll jump back in to the cab. Get ourselves organised here. So I thought I'd just run it with the Kenworth W900 just to give everyone a bit of a look at the differences in the trucks. Get a bit of a different feel to it. That indicator can be turned off. And it looks like it's 25 mile an hour. There's our speed limit through here. Throw the cruise control on. And off we go. Love how we can go through all the stop signs. Oh, okay. A little bit wide there. That's alright. There, you're right, you're right. I just went a little wider around that corner. Not used to the big truck with the bonnet. Used to the Volvo. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how not to drive your truck. Oh. I should actually have that mirror. That was my fault for not having my right side mirror up so that I could actually see where I was going on that side, because it does come in handy to have that up just so you can see where you are on the road. All well and good being able to see the left, but if you can't see the right, well, you're only seeing half the picture really, aren't you? So nice rainy weather here in the middle of New Mexico, which is very weird. I wouldn't have thought it would rain here too much. But there you go. It does. And we're turning up onto the highway here. Get around that corner nicely. Being that it is only 22 tonne, it's not going to be hard for this big rig. I actually set it up with the Caterpillar 625 horsepower engine. The King of the Hills C15, I think it is actually called. And as you can hear, it is a big beastie engine. I love these W900 Kenworths. And as you will notice, my steering wheel is one of the pack steering wheels. I don't really like the black plain Kenworth steering wheel. This one matches the wood grain of the dash very nicely. And I thought, why not? As you can notice, this truck here, you can really notice the bonnet. It sticks out a long way, big square bonneted truck. Compared to that Volvo, it's a lot different. It feels a lot wider. I don't know, it's just feels wider, longer. So yeah. Oh, and the rain stopped. Turn the wiper blades off. You can still see the water splashing up from the cop car in front. There is still a little bit of water on the roads. Not that that's affected anything with the driving of this thing. As I said there a little bit earlier, I do have the 625 horsepower engine, so it does have its max torque range at the 1200 RPM as well, same as the Cummins engine. It's just that you get another 25 horsepower. So I thought, why not? Oh, we got people watching. Rubberneckers. That's how you get into accidents, people. Rubbernecking. Just keep moving, nothing to see here. Just make sure I'm over towards that right hand line, just so I don't want to hit anyone coming down that left hand lane like the last episode. Oh, someone just made me nearly $17,000, and I nearly just ran up someone's backside too. So that was a decent haul, nearly 17,000. Oh, someone else has made 11,500. So as you can see there with your drivers, the higher the levels they are, the more money they will eventually make you, and then your money just ticks over. And you can buy new trucks all the time like I did. I actually traded the Volvo in with this one, and I think it cost me 69,000 was the difference between the Volvo and the W900 fully decked out with all the bling all over it. But I like to have all the chrome work and all the lights all over the truck. Looks like we're changing lanes. Get back over to that right hand side as far as we can, just so that that left hand side is sitting inside the lines. Always better to have your load inside that line, that way cars can come around if they want. Oh, we're coming up to a bit of a hill. Got to sink the boot in. Put the cruise control back on and get it going again. As you can see with this one, I do have the dangly polar bear in this one rather than the star. We had the star in the Volvo, so I thought I'd throw the dangly bear up there this time round. He just bobs around. He does actually turn around eventually. Not sure whether he just faces north all the time. Might be a compass. But I have seen him turn so that his head's facing out the front, and I have seen his head facing towards me. Let this van go past us. Always got to be conscious of these guys because they'll just sneak up beside you. off-road sports car going past. I've also been running this game for a few weeks now with all my drivers, bar the 5 that I just started up, all run with my own trailers too, and none of them have had too many issues with getting jobs, and you make a lot more money out of that than you do with just doing the freight market. You can actually go into your trailer manager and you can check how often your trailers are being used. We've got a bit of a lane maneuver, changing maneuver thing here going on, and old mate's brake checking because for some reason we've got a car stuck between us. Oh, what is going on? Come on, silly bloke. What's going on? It's because this silly truck behind, this car behind us. Where's our... See, now we've lost our pilot vehicle, have we? Can we get around you? What are we doing? No, he's not going to move. So what's going on here? I have no idea what we're doing. There we go. Now they're clearing. Finally. Alright, let's go, buddy. We had 2 silly people decided that they wanted to be more important than a special load today. And they'll just block everything. Really handy. But we're going again. All good. And as I was saying, I've got 20 trailers for 20 drivers, and they don't seem to ever have a problem getting jobs all the time. Always seem to have work, and they are making a lot more money, as you saw there earlier. One made 16,000, another one made 11,500. Realistically, I would say that is paying itself off. I haven't actually looked at the statistics and seen how much usage trailers are getting, but I would say they'd all be up close to the 100% usage all the time now. And I will have a look at that at some stage, just to check for myself. It looks like we sort of follow the highway around here. Tucson, San Simon. And that's the Nogales exit. And I don't care if cars are trying to come around me at the moment. I really couldn't care less. They can wait. Says we've got about 2 hours and 10 minutes before we arrive, so that'll be at 4:04 PM. Clock seems to be going up ever so slightly, which is fine. This is also the third part of an achievement for hauling the dump truck parts. You get the first part for doing the body, the second part for the chassis, and the third part for the tyres. And once you've delivered the third part, you get the achievement. It will unlock. There is actually a fair few achievements with this DLC, so make sure you check up if you do chase the achievements. I think I've got 47 out of the 64 or 63 that there is. Not there yet, but getting there. I have to actually do the racetrack one where you go and find the racetrack in New Mexico. I'll have to do that at some stage. I know where it is, I just haven't ever been there. I've never needed to take a load down that way yet. There's a lot of places on American Truck Simulator I don't think I've gone. I think I've close to 60% of all the roads discovered. That gives you a bit of an idea of how much I haven't done. Well, these cars are learning. Stay on that outside of your lane and we'll all be happy. Here comes a truck. This will be interesting. I'll sort of pull right over onto that line. Although it looks like he's bobtailing, so that will be fine. Doesn't have a trailer I can smack into and T-bone. Send him flying off the road. And like I said earlier, I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a different perspective driving this Kenworth W900. And before the end of the Special Transport DLC, I will actually do a couple of loads in the Peterbilt. I may not get around to doing both the models, the 389 and the 579. And I may not get around to doing the T600, I think it is, the T600 series. But we'll see how we go with all that. Just to showcase a few of the trucks if any of you have not ever used those trucks before or driven them. Because all the trucks are different. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh no, not too bad because it's got that centre lane there. We can take it out a little bit wider. Come back in, not too far in because there is a guardrail there. I don't want to have to hit that, cause any damage. As you can see, the ETA time has blown out to 4:25 PM now, but we're only 25 miles away from the end of the job. All these jobs are relatively easy. Like I've said, you know, the longest one we've done so far is not even 8 hours, so, you know, relatively easy to do. They are just a fair way away from each other. If you don't mind doing a bit of driving to and fro, you make a fair decent amount of money out of it because you can take just normal loads back to wherever you want to go for your next special cargo job. That's what I pretty much do, is just bounce around from city to city. I went from New Mexico and drove all the way back to Phoenix, and then actually no, I didn't. I actually went to the truck dealership, so I cheated a little bit and fast traveled to the truck dealership and then started back in Phoenix, Arizona to grab these tyres. And as you can see in this state, they run with these Ford explorers or territories, whatever they are, in America. So it looks like we're slowing right down and he's going to brake check me, so that's good because we've got a set of traffic lights here. We are going to actually have to stop. Get going, buddy. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You're the policeman. You should be directing the traffic and telling everyone to get out of the way. Now we're going to have the same problem down the road here. All these cars. He looks like he's just bouncing on the brakes, bunny hopping down the road. I don't think he knows how to drive a car properly, this bloke. Take a bit of a third person view. As you can see there, I fairly blinged this thing up with all the clearance lights all over the front of it. Got the flags, got the flashing lights. They are monstrous tyres. Oh, stay away from that car. A police car. As you can see, it's not the longest trailer in this special transport. Still a decent length and decent width. Just not sure what those little front tyres are for, because they aren't the dump truck tyres. Looks like we're going straight ahead into this mine up ahead. Oh, just rode the curb there a little. Oh, that truckie's up him. And yep, looks like we're going straight ahead. And it looks like we may actually be parking outside the mine this time. Not allowed in the mine site. Oh, the news crew's here. See the big tyres turning up. And there we go. As you can see, big giant mining tyres. And that is the end of this episode. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you are new to the channel, make sure you do hit that subscribe button and the little bell notification as well for any time I am uploading or live streaming. I do actually have a live stream 6 PM Friday Pacific Standard Time. That's US West Coast. So come and join us on that one. We actually stream Hunter Classic and Hunter Call of the Wild on varying weekends. But if you like the style of game, come and join us. It's always a laugh. Everyone running around out there. And also check out the links in the description for the Barbershop Discord, which is a great community to be a part of. There is also all my friends on YouTube. There is Reekyracer, Non-Inspirational Gaming, Sean Johns, Jaxie Beard, Flinter the Hunter, and Zaggy DK. So go and check out all those guys. Give them a bit of love as well. And until next episode, see yous later.